什么能阻止我们抵达目的地？
Is hefted and plucky. Busy devil's yucky. Furball's unlucky. And Go-Go is insane. At Leo City. Furball's unlucky. And Go-Go is insane. At Leo City. We earn ball is a pain. Is hefted and plucky. Busy devil's yucky. Furball's unlucky. And Go-Go is insane. At Leo City. We earn our tune degree. The teaching staff's been getting less since 1933. We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony. It's Tiny Toon Adventures, come and join the fun. And now our song is done. Loony, and this afternoony we're invading your CD. With comic dispensers, we crack up all the censors. On Tiny Toon Adventures, get a dose of comedy. So here's Acme Acres, it's a whole wide world apart. Our home sweet home is stands alone, a cartoon work of art. The scripts were rejected, expect the unexpected. On Tiny Toon Adventures, it's about to start. They're furry, they're funny, they're Babs and Buster Bunny. Montana Max has money, Elmira is a pain. Is hefted and plucky, Busy Devil's yucky. Furball's unlucky, and Go-Go is insane. At Leo City, we earn our tune degree. The teaching staff's been getting less since 1933. We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony. It's Tiny Toon Adventures, come and join the fun. And now our song is done.
没有什么能阻止我们抵达目的地。
巨来的能力，时间之主回溯时间，你都能保留记忆。你喜欢这个能力吗？谢谢刺客小姐，我们发的不返场，30日的最新。 你是因为喜欢战斗，所以才加入内鬼吗？小蜜蜂托我问问你，可以成为你的好朋友吗？听说你还有一个与生俱来的能力，时间之主回溯时间，你都能保留记忆。你喜欢这个能力吗？能跟我们说说能看到什么吗？好吧，谢谢刺客小姐接受我们的访问。
再见。
A father came back home from work, and when he reached his house, he found his 4-year-old son standing, waiting for him at the door. "Why are you not sleeping?" he asked him. "Daddy, can I ask you a question?" "Yeah, sure, what happened?" "Daddy, how much do you make an hour?" The father was furious because he earned a small amount of money. "Why would you even ask that?" The son became sad and said, "Please, Daddy, tell me how much you make an hour." "Okay, I earn $2 an hour." The boy, ashamed, asked, "Daddy, can you please give me $1? The father was so angry that he shouted, "Is that why you ask me how much I make? To get some money to buy yourself a stupid toy? Go to your room." The little boy entered his room and went to sleep. But the father then thought to himself, maybe he really needed the money to buy something important. The father entered the boy's room and asked, "Son, are you asleep?" "No, I'm awake." "Here is $1 for you." The little boy smiled and said, "Thank you, Daddy." He put the money under the pillow, and the father saw that the boy had another dollar under his pillow. "Why did you ask for money if you already had some?" The boy then gave the money back to his father and said, "Daddy, I have $2 now. Can I buy 1 hour of your time? Please come home early tomorrow. I want to spend time with you." A father came back home from work, and when he reached his house, he found his 4-year-old son standing, waiting for him at the door. "Why are you not sleeping?" he asked him. "Daddy, can I ask you a question?" "Yeah, sure, what happened?" "Daddy, how much do you make an hour?" The father was furious because he earned a small amount of money. "Why would you even ask that?" The son became sad and said, "Please, Daddy, tell me how much you make an hour." "Okay, I earn $2 an hour." The boy, ashamed, asked, "Daddy, can you please give me $1? The father was so angry that he shouted, "Is that why you ask me how much I make? To get some money to buy yourself a stupid toy? Go to your room." The little boy entered his room and went to sleep. But the father then thought to himself, maybe he really needed the money to buy something important. The father entered the boy's room. A man had a girlfriend and a best friend, and one day he called his girlfriend. "Can you come and help me?" asked the man. "I can't now, I'm busy," answered the girl. The man then called his best friend. "Can you come and help me?" "I can't, I'm doing something." The man then finished the work around the house by himself, for which he needed help. The next day, the man was sitting and watching television, when suddenly his phone rang. "I need help, are you free?" his girlfriend asked. "Of course, I will come now," answered the man. The man went to his girlfriend's house and helped her. In the evening, when they finished, the man asked her, "Let's go to a restaurant to eat, I'm hungry." "I can't, I'm tired," she replied. The man then called his best friend. "Let's go to the restaurant to eat." "I can't, I'm playing video games right now," he shouted with anger and hung up the phone. The man became sad and went to eat alone. While he was sitting in the restaurant, a woman sat next to him. "Do you want to eat together?" she asked. "Of course, nobody has time for me when I call them," said the man. The woman started to laugh and said, "Same for me, but don't worry, you will learn soon." The man was confused and asked, "Learn what?" The woman replied, "It doesn't matter how much you love them. Don't make time for people who can't make time for you." A man had a girlfriend and a best friend, and one day he called his girlfriend. "Can you come and help me?" asked the man. "I can't now, I'm busy," answered the girl. The man then called his best friend. "Can you come and help me?" "I can't, I'm doing something." The man then finished the work around the house by himself, for which he needed help. The next day, the man was sitting and watching television.
Can you play Nintendo Switch on a retro TV and win a Mario Kart race? Hopefully, because Can you play Nintendo?
These cats literally saved a restaurant from going out of business.
One, two, three little birds.
watching the next video. Subscribe to our channel and download the new 3 Little Words gaming app for free in your device. Let's have fun together!
Indonesia. Jadi kalau misal masuk ke Minangkabau para
没有什么能阻止我们抵达目的地。
Halo cuy, balik lagi di channel
슈퍼윙스 월드 우주본부. 내가 잡을게. 봉반장이잖아.
야호!
봉반장이잖아.
진차는 왼쪽, 승용차는 오른쪽으로 가세요. 리듬에 맞춰 움직여 봅시다.
멋지다 봉반장. 그 정도가 멋져. 더 멋진 걸 보여주지. 예.
여긴 김순경이야. 우리 경찰팀의 새로운 팀원이지.
만나서 반가워 호기. 내 춤 실력 좀 보여줄까? 예. 우와, 너 진짜 춤을 잘 추는구나.
알았다 하늘아. 후! 경찰팀 출동 준비. 팀원들 출발!
내가 가방을 좀 더 잘 챙겼어야 했는데 찾기 힘들겠지? 걱정하지 마. 이제 곧 친구들이 와서 도와줄 거야. 아, 저기 봉반장과 김순경이다. 이젠 문제 없어. 경찰팀 사건 현장 출동.
봉반장 변신 파워.
김순경 변신 파워. 슈퍼윙스 월드 우주본부.
슈퍼윙스 바람같이 날아줘 하늘 끝까지. 세계로 우주 너머를 향해서.
Police Superwing Lucy reporting for duty. 여기! 여기 구독 버튼 눌러줘!
没有什么能阻止我们抵达目的地。
ओके सो हेलो व्हाट्सअप गाइस, स्वागत है आप सभी लोगों का फिर से होता तरीके से ना रहा हूं ना एक्सप्लेन तो अपना सबसे पहला जो रोल आता है वो आता है एम्प्रेस। बेसिकली एम्प्रेस अपने इम्पोस्टर फैक्शन का एक रोल है जो कि बंदों को दूर दूर से समझ क्यूट क्लोजियम नॉर्मली होगा ही में लाके सकता है और ना रिवाइव कर सकता। तो चलो जैसे कि हम तेरी मैं तो मिशन कर पाया इनसे कोई मेडिसिन मेमोरी के अंदर नहीं रीन टैग पूरने वाला यूज कर। अब हम न्यूट्रल से अपने कैसे बड़ी तगड़ी चीजें कर सकते हो। तुम्हारे हो गई उसकी तो जैसे एबिलिटी यूज मैं सामने अपने तो तुम्हारे पास उस बंदे की एबिलिटी आ जाएगी और उसके बाद तुम लोग टाइम स्पेस क्रू का पूरा गेम प्ले की माँ मेरे को कि साला 7 दिन गेम प्ले के निकाले थे। 1 घंटे का वॉइस ओवर, 2 घंटे की एडिटिंग, सब गया पानी में छपा। क्या ही करूँ यार, अब तो कोई कंटेंट भी नहीं है। अबे भाई एक काम कर, कल ही नया रोल आया है, जाके एक्सप्लेन मार दे। वैसे भी तो 50 वीडियो बनाता है एक रोल पे। बात में तो दम है पर लेजेंड किलर तेरे मुंह में। सॉरी आते ही ऑफ टॉपिक जाने लगा था, सोचा प्लीज स्टैंड बाय आते ही लगा दूं क्योंकि पता नहीं ऐसा लग रहा है लेजेंड किलर भाई के। छोड़ो सो गाइस, मैं चुपचाप बैठा हुआ था, बिली स्क्रॉल कर रहा था। तुम लोग ये मत पूछना मैं बिली क्यों स्क्रॉल कर रहा था, क्योंकि अगर मैंने ये लगा दिया कि मैं बिली क्यों स्क्रॉल कर रहा था तो यूट्यूब यकीनन मेरी वीडियो डिमोनेटाइज मार देगा। बट फिर भी ब्लर करके लगा।
我早已习惯死亡，你最好不要跟我扯上关系。行动开始。 无人生还，大胜。我早已习惯死亡，你最好不要跟我扯上关系。行动开始。 无人生还，大胜。我早已习惯死亡，你最好不要跟我扯上关系。行动开始。
Principal, I got you.
我早已习惯死亡，你最好不要跟我扯上关系。行动开始。
Principal, I got your phone.
我早已习惯死亡，你最好不要跟我扯上关系。行动开始。
reprehensible.
There have been
I'm going to ban you.
There have been retcons in the Mario continuity.
I'm going to ban you now. With what powers? I stole.
There have been retcons.
I'm going to ban you now. With what powers? I stole all of them. No one will ever find you here. This game is going to turn into chaos.
All of Rip Indra's powers have been stolen.
This is a disaster! What are we going to do now?
You do nothing. Just watch.
We need to find out who is behind this. I saw a suspicious...
There have been
I'm going to ban you now. With what powers? I stole all of them. No one will ever find you here. This game is going to turn into chaos.
All of Rip Indra's powers have been stolen.
This is a disaster! What are we going to do now?
You do nothing. Just watch.
We need to find out who is behind this. I saw a suspicious guy near the cafe. Maybe it's him. But if he stole Indra's powers, he could be dangerous.
I bet he's no match for me.
You! Return the powers you stole! He's running away!
Stop!
I swear I did nothing.
Then why did you run?
I just used a hack on the server, because Havoc promised me the silver Shadow Flame pet in Proto Simulator if I did.
I know it's super OP and everyone wants my pet, but that doesn't justify your actions.
Trying to mess up my plans, Silver.
What did you do with Indra?
Forget him. I'm the ADM now.
You're going to regret this.
You spend way too much time.
I'm going to ban you now. With what powers? I stole all of them. No one will ever find you here. This game is going to turn into chaos.
All of Rip Indra's powers have been stolen.
This is a disaster. What are we going to do now?
You do nothing. Just watch.
We need to find out who is behind this. I saw a suspicious guy near the cafe. Maybe it's him. But if he stole Indra's powers, he could be dangerous.
I bet he's no match for me.
You! Return the powers you stole! He's running away!
Stop!
I swear I did nothing.
Then why did you run?
I just used a hack on the server, because Havoc promised me the silver Shadow Flame pet in Proto Simulator if I did.
I know it's super OP and everyone wants my pet, but that doesn't justify your actions.
Trying to mess up my plans, Silver.
What did you do with Indra?
Forget him. I'm the ADM now.
You're going to regret this.
If this video gets 150,000 likes, you must return Indra's powers.
I'm going to ban you now. With what powers? I stole all of them. No one will ever find you here. This game is going to turn into chaos.
All of Rip Indra's powers have been stolen.
This is a disaster. What are we going to do now?
You do nothing. Just watch.
We need to find out who is behind this. I saw a suspicious guy near the cafe. Maybe it's him. But if he stole Indra's powers, he could be dangerous.
I bet he's no match for me.
You! Return the powers you stole! He's running away!
Stop!
I swear I did nothing.
Then why did you run?
I just used a hack on the server, because Havoc promised me the silver Shadow Flame pet in Proto Simulator if I did.
I know it's super OP and everyone wants my pet, but that doesn't justify your actions.
Trying to mess up my plans, Silver.
What did you do with Indra?
Forget him. I'm the ADM now.
You're going to regret this.
If this video gets 150,000 likes, you must return Indra's powers.
I'm going to ban you now. With what powers? I stole all of them. No one will ever find you here. This game is going to turn into chaos.
All of Rip Indra's powers have been stolen.
This is a disaster. What are we going to do now?
You do nothing. Just watch.
We need to find out who is behind this. I saw a suspicious guy near the cafe. Maybe it's him. But if he stole Indra's powers, he could be dangerous.
I bet he's no match for me.
You! Return the powers you stole! He's running away!
Stop!
I swear I did nothing.
Then why did you run?
I just used a hack on the server, because Havoc promised me the silver Shadow Flame pet in Proto Simulator if I did.
I know it's super OP and everyone wants my pet, but that doesn't justify your actions.
Trying to mess up my plans, Silver.
What did you do with Indra?
Forget him. I'm the ADM now.
You're going to regret this.
If this video gets 150,000 likes, you must return Indra's powers.
I'm going to ban you now. With what powers? I stole all of them. No one will ever find you here. This game is going to turn into chaos.
All of Rip Indra's powers have been stolen.
This is a disaster. What are we going to do now?
You do nothing. Just watch.
We need to find out who is behind this. I saw a suspicious guy near the cafe. Maybe it's him. But if he stole Indra's powers, he could be dangerous.
I bet he's no match for me.
You! Return the powers you stole! He's running away!
Stop!
I swear I did nothing.
Then why did you run?
I just used a hack on the server, because Havoc promised me the silver Shadow Flame pet in Proto Simulator if I did.
I know it's super OP and everyone wants my pet, but that doesn't justify your actions.
Trying to mess up my plans, Silver.
What did you do with Indra?
Forget him. I'm the ADM now.
You're going to regret this.
If this video gets 150,000 likes, you must return.
You spend way
2 kids, 1 room. A couple had 2 kids, but only 1 room at home. Put down 2 beds, and the room filled up instantly. Nowhere.
A man was the owner of a cafe. One day, a dog laid down in the entrance to the cafe. The man didn't think much of it and let the dog stay there. A couple of days later, the dog was still there, and the people who came to the cafe were furious with the dog. Every time they passed by, the dog would bark at them. The man had enough of this. He took a cold bucket with ice water and spilled it on the dog. He then shouted, "Nobody wants you here! Leave!" And the dog ran away. The next day, the man came to the cafe and saw that someone had robbed his cafe. The man quickly went to check the security cameras and saw that the robbers tried to rob him several times, but the dog scared them away. But when he kicked the dog away, the robbers entered the cafe and took everything. A man was the owner of a cafe. One day, a dog laid down in the entrance to the cafe. The man didn't think much of it and let the dog stay there. A couple of days later, the dog was still there, and the people who came to the cafe were furious with the dog. Every time they passed by, the dog would bark at them. The man had enough of this. He took a cold bucket with ice water and spilled it on the dog. He then shouted, "Nobody wants you here! Leave!" And the dog ran away. The next day, the man came to the cafe and saw that someone had robbed his cafe. The man quickly went to check the security cameras and saw that the robbers tried to rob him several times, but the dog scared them away. But when he kicked the dog away, the robbers entered the cafe and took everything. A man was the owner of a cafe. One day, a dog laid down in the entrance to the cafe.
Hello, I'm calling from room 252 and I'd like to order a sandwich. Hello, I'm calling from... Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I'm a sandwich. Hello, I'm calling from room 252 and I'd like to order a sandwich. Hello, I'm calling from... Okay, I can do this.
Sonic Prime Season 3 is out now, and it's got a very mixed response. Between people not liking the retro segments of the show and also the repetitiveness of the writing, Sonic Prime Season 3 didn't stack up to be the greatest the show had to offer. I think the really sad thing about it is, too, at the end of Season 2, I was really excited to see what they had in store for Season 3. Now, I'm not feeling as confident as I once did. As of this moment, there are no plans to make any further seasons of Sonic Prime, but that doesn't mean a Sonic the Hedgehog TV show. Sonic Prime Season 3 is out now, and it's got a very mixed response. Between people not liking the retro segments of the show and also the repetitiveness of the writing, Sonic Prime Season 3 didn't stack up to be the greatest the show had to offer. I think the really sad thing about it is, too, at the end of Season 2, I was really excited to see what they had in store for Season 3. Now, I'm not feeling as confident as I once did. As of this moment, there are no plans to make any further seasons of Sonic Prime, but that doesn't mean a Sonic the Hedgehog TV show is out of the question, and I'm really hoping we see a 2D Sonic animated series. I need that injected in my veins now. Sonic Prime... I just got the coolest package at my door. So let's open it and see what we got. Bruh. Introducing the first 4 figures Sonic the Hedgehog 11-inch PVC painted.
This is the Noid. He's known to be one of the worst restaurant mascots in history. It's not every day that you can say that your pizza mascot prompted a full-on hostage crisis, and yet this middle-aged rabbit man, yep, he's done it. But if he is so bad, then why did Domino's Pizza recently decide to bring him back from the dead? Spoiler alert, they did it to cover up a dirty little secret. So what are they hiding? That, my friends, is what I aim to answer today. Internet, welcome to Food Theory, where we always deliver your theories piping hot. Today we're looking at one of the most well-known marketing campaigns of all time, Domino's 30 Minutes or Less. See, back at the end of the 1970s, Domino's started to lag behind the success of Pizza Hut. Back then, when, 96% of you weren't even born yet, pizza delivery was something that only a few local pizza restaurants did. No large chain was delivering their pizzas the way that we have them today. Pizza was mostly a takeout food, something that you could see here with Pizza Hut's first ever commercial, which shows a man driving his car through town only to create waves of chaos that ripple throughout the neighborhood. The early days of television advertising, ladies and gentlemen. I just have so many questions about this. Like, why is his car so tiny? And who thought that inciting a neighborhood riot by running over people's feet was a good way to shill for their pizza? Then again, I suppose it got me to think way too hard about this commercial, so really, who's the true winner here? Buzz buzz to the Pizza Hut indeed. Buzz buzz. Anyway, in an effort to one-up the Hut, one of the owners of rival pizzeria Domino's had the brilliant idea of differentiating themselves by delivering their pizzas. This was a godsend for families all over the country who were tired of having their toes run over by large dads in tiny red cars. But not only was it enough to deliver the pizza, Domino's then created the 30-minute or less guarantee. You'd have your pizza in a half hour, or you'd get $50 off your order. By 1979, they expanded it. 30 minutes, or your pizza's free. Domino's figured that they were making most of their deliveries well within the window of time anyway, so giving a win-win guarantee to customers would only drive business up. And they were absolutely right about that. Sales skyrocketed. They went from opening their 200th location in 1978 to over 1,000 stores open and $1 billion in revenue just 7 years later. Though they were still number 2 behind Pizza Hut, Domino's had solidly carved out its plate. 54% of all pizza deliveries in the US were coming from a Domino's restaurant. The 30 minutes or less slogan was such a huge success that it set the industry standard for delivery times, and it became ingrained in pop culture.
You're 2 minutes late, dude. Ah, come on. I couldn't find a place.
There was just one teeny tiny little problem with that. Meeting the 30-minute deadline was difficult for a lot of drivers. Not only were they dealing with traffic delays and road conditions, they were also fighting against customers looking to game the system by turning off their lights to fool the delivery drivers into wasting time, all in an effort to get some free pizza. Basically, the whole thing created a system that encouraged reckless driving and irresponsibility. Stories of accidents and deaths started to permeate into the public eye. Lawsuits started to crop up over injuries and damages caused by errant drivers. In what simultaneously became one of the best marketing campaigns and worst backfires in restaurant history, Domino's left a trail of literal death and destruction in their wake. They needed to do something, and they needed to do something fast. And born out of this chaos, one creepy bunny man would emerge to save the day, to take the heat, to distract away from all the bad PR. And that man was the Noid, a mascot created to sweep everything under the rug, only to have it all blow up in their faces 10 times worse. Now, weird mascots, they're nothing new. I mean, we got a clown shilling for a burger place, bug-eyed fuzzballs hawking sub-sandwiches, and a disturbingly smooth man sexualizing floor bleach. But the Noid is not familiar. He's not cute. He is not oddly sexy. He is just flat out disturbing. He's a middle-aged imp in red spandex with bunny ears. Yet somehow Domino's saw this guy and was like, yeah, this guy, this shall be the character that helps us sell our pizza. Basically, he was meant to embody everything that can possibly delay your delivery. The things that annoyed you about getting a pizza. And Domino's would then thwart him every time. Cold pizza, road problems, smashed boxes, it was all on account of the Noid.
Have you ever been frustrated because the Noid ruined your pizza? We avoid the Noid.
And defying all known logic, the Noid was actually a massive success. In fact, he was so successful that he spun off into everything from merch to video games. Yep, you heard me. Games, plural. The first game released in 1989, aptly named Avoid the Noid, where you play a pizza delivery driver that has to go up 30 floors to deliver a pizza to Doom Industries, all while an army of Noids try to stop you using everything from water balloons to bazookas. If you lose, you're greeted to the most obnoxious video game laugh ever. Stand aside, Final Fantasy X, there's a new king in town. It was then followed up by a second and third game that had the Noid going around town to accost locals with his yo-yo and his terrible 3D platforming. Probably a whole episode buried in here about branded food games. Yo, Noid, you are no cool spot, my friend. In any case, people seem to forget about their hang-ups with Domino's delivery as the pizza company moved away from the 30 minutes or less and embraced their new slogan, Avoid the Noid. Basically, everything was going according to plan for Domino's. That is, until late 1989, when Kenneth Lamar Noid, a man suffering from paranoid schizophrenia, entered an Atlanta Domino's with a gun and held 2 employees at gunpoint, claiming that the villainous mascot was created to mock him personally. Eventually, the hostages escaped and Kenneth was apprehended. In the end, he was deemed unfit to stand trial due to reasons of insanity. Needless to say, the bad press from the incident resulted in Domino's scaling back their marketing of the Noid. And almost like clockwork, the following year they started to feel the heat again with 2 high-profile delivery driver new slogan of with games yo-yo, and followed up by a second and third game that had the Noid going around town to accost locals with his yo-yo and his terrible 3D platforming. Probably a whole episode buried in here about branded food games. Yo Noid, you are no cool spot, my friend. In any case, people seem to forget about their hang-ups with Domino's delivery as the pizza company moved away from the 30 minutes or less and embraced their new slogan, avoid the Noid. Basically everything was going according to plan for Domino's. That is, until late 1989, when Kenneth Lamar Noid, a man suffering from paranoid schizophrenia, entered an Atlanta Domino's with a gun and held 2 employees at gunpoint, claiming that the villainous mascot was created to mock him personally. Eventually, the hostages escaped and Kenneth was apprehended. In the end, he was deemed unfit to stand trial due to reasons of insanity. Needless to say, the bad press from the incident resulted in Domino's scaling back their marketing of the Noid. And almost like clockwork, the following year they started to feel the heat again with 2 high-profile delivery driver crashes. They continued with the same slogan until 1993, but after 2 lawsuits resulted in $79 million being paid out in damages, they officially ended the 30-minute or less guarantee. And what happened to the Noid, you ask? Well, 2 years later in 1995, the company shelved the character permanently, when news started to spread that Kenneth Lamar Noid had taken his own life. It seemed like the Noid was fated to live on as just a weird oddity of pop culture and food history.
Look, it's a Noid. Avoid the Noid. He ruins pizzas.
Perhaps it was the Noid who should have avoided me.
Except, now he's back. More than 35 years after his introduction, the Noid has returned and is now starring in commercials again. Why now? Is it nothing more than a nostalgia trip? Or is there a more nefarious reason behind that extremely disturbing face? I suspect that it's all a cover-up. The Noid's reappearance was timed to coincide with a marketing campaign advertising Domino's driverless cars. This time around, he's sporting a giant blow-up version of himself to block intersections and, just casually, a laser chainsaw. But notice what I just said a second ago. Domino's is experimenting with driverless cars. It's largely new and unproven technology. In short, I suspect that they're bringing out the Noid preparing to explain away the flaws and accidents that they foresee in this driverless fleet, just like they did all those years ago to distract away from the car accidents that their delivery cars were getting into. This actually coincides with behavior that we've seen in the past from the company. You see, in 2008, Domino's stock price was at an all-time low. By this point in history, the public perception of Domino's pizza was in the tank, and Domino's made the incredibly risky decision of doing ads that were focused on exactly that, the fact that they sucked.
Doesn't feel like there's much love in Domino's pizza.
Domino's pizza crust to me is like cardboard.
Worst excuse for pizza I've ever had. The sauce tastes like ketchup. Totally void of flavor. This we hear over and over and over.
This began what was known as their turnaround campaign, where the company went back to the drawing board and basically started from scratch. New recipes, new flavors, new technology, all in an effort to win back the trust of customers. And one of their key changes to the process was an online order tracker as part of their push for order transparency. It allowed customers to know where their pizza was at each and every stage of the process. And sure enough, who was there to coincide with that launch? The Noid. In 2009, the Noid started to make a limited run appearance around the edges of this big pizza turnaround campaign, mostly in the form of t-shirts. I suspect that this was Domino's getting ready to unleash the Noid once again if things started to go south. Luckily for them, the pizza turnaround was a massive success and the Noid didn't need any further exposure. But he does seem to be their repeated failsafe, the guy that gets rolled out anytime there's a big corporate shakeup or any chance of upsetting customers. Because we see it all happening again in 2017, when there were small subtle hints that the Noid might be circulating once more. This time he started appearing as an Easter egg in the background of certain commercials.
Earn points when you order.
If you blinked, you probably missed him. Watch again. There he is. But why? Why is he just making this random appearance? Just to get people talking about the clip online? Maybe. But this commercial was actually part of a larger campaign where Domino's started experimenting with autonomous pizza delivery. In short, when a new campaign with potentially disastrous results launches, the Noid is sure to follow, waiting in the wings to take the blame and the PR attention away from whatever the real issue is. This also would be far from the first time a company has used humor as a form of crisis management. Back in 2018, KFC was being slammed with horrible press over chicken shortages that were causing a majority of their restaurants restaurants to close. It was so bad that people were actually calling the police to report these closures because of how ticked off they were they couldn't get their chicken. Some even did the unthinkable and went to Burger King.
I've had to go to Burger King.
Anyway, in the midst of this firestorm, KFC pulled out the FCK bucket, a simple and honestly very clever one-page ad that got so much love on the internet that people completely forgot their anger. Seems this tactic is the same one that Domino's is using with the Noid, which honestly says more about us as consumers than them as businesses. Don't be distracted by the funny bunny man. Have some standards here, people. Anyway, if this is indeed the tactic that they're using with the Noid, seems like they might be on the right track for using it. The self-driving car campaign they're doing has already caused issues. One woman was left chasing down her driverless vehicle in flip-flops because it wasn't programmed to double park in her driveway. The cars have also been struggling with places like apartment buildings when customers don't come out in time. Much like they did in 2009 and again in 2017, perhaps this soft relaunch of the Noid was in anticipation of the problems that are gonna arise if the press stories start to catch fire. For now, Domino's has put a brief pause on expanding their self-driving experiment to the rest of the nation outside of Houston, and correspondingly, the Noid left again with what seems to be his farewell tweet saying, "See you later, pizza haters." But just know that the next time you see the Noid rearing his ugly little red rabbit ears, what lurks underneath is a corporate decision that Domino's fears is gonna give him some severe backlash. In the end, his wacky antics are just meant to distract us away from the dark underbelly of Domino's delivery. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Bon appetit. Speaking of pizza, if you want to learn why you should never order more than one topping on your pizza, take a bite out of the video on the left. Or if you happen to be a elite gamer, check out the video on the right where we make a pizza out of Mountain Dew. It was a wild taste experience. As always, I'll see you all next week. This is the Noid. He's known to be one of the worst restaurant mascots in history. It's not every day that you can say that your pizza mascot prompted a full-on hostage.
Let's play a game. I'm gonna show you some foods and I want you to tell me what category they fall into. Ready? Let's go. If you guessed vegetable, you're wrong. Nope, not a vegetable. Correct, not a vegetable, except it totally is. Confused? You should be. Vegetables aren't real. There's no such thing, and I can prove it. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Food Theory, the show that's just as nutritious as those leafy greens. Now, this is a subject I've been passionate about for quite some time. Not just because if I have to hear one more person say, "Did you know that tomato isn't a vegetable?" I will snap, but because vegetables are a lie. All those times I was told I had to finish off the unseasoned, soggy greens on my plate was my villain origin story. And I finally get to exact my revenge today by proving to you and the world that vegetables aren't real. You heard me. They're a figment of our society's imagination lumped together and
experience an epic world where everything is epic. See that town over there? Epic. See that dragon? Epic. The combat? Epic. That stick? Epic. That villager over there? Romance them to have an experience that is best described in one word. Epic. 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 So go get 'em, warrior. You can do anything you want in this world. What are you waiting for? Your epic adventure awaits in your pocket. Click to download today.
Oh, wow, that looks really cool.
Epic, actually.
I just have to head on over here and download it.
Internet, welcome to Game Theory, the show that, like most content on YouTube, is ad-supported, but that doesn't mean we have to like them. Case in point, if you've spent a lot of time using the mobile version of YouTube, you've probably seen mobile game ads like this. And this. My father is the chief of Navy.
Take him.
And this. Sometimes I just want to bury my head in my hands and scream. Ads that are not only ridiculous, but also totally misleading as to the actual contents of the game. Oh yeah, you're probably smart enough for the ads not to work on you, so good job, first off. But if you were drawn in by the promise of some simple logic puzzle game and actually downloaded the thing, what you would get wouldn't be a quality gaming experience, it would be quite a surprise. Here's the ad, here's the actual game. It's tile matching with town building elements. Absolutely nothing like what the ad promises. It'd be one thing if these obnoxious ads were just everywhere. Fine, I get it, chill for your game. But it is a different story when the ads for a completely different product. Oh, wait, no, sorry, not a completely different product. Those mini games, as they call them, with their completely different art style and gameplay style from the rest of the other 99% of the game, do happen. They do. They occasionally pop up as daily bad dreams that you have to make sense of in order to get like a couple extra gold or whatever. In fact, one of the members of Team Theorist over here, Alyssa, actually plays Gardenscapes and Homescapes, and she can say firsthand that she's only gotten these things twice in the whole game. How long have you been playing this game, Alyssa?
Long enough to get to level 965.
There you have it. Nope, the only bad dream I need to make sense of today is how any of this is legal. Why do mobile game companies do this? Or maybe the better question, how are mobile game companies able to do this? Like, shouldn't this kind of misleading advertising be illegal? What is really going on here with these ads? And why isn't anybody doing anything to stop it? Let's take a look at the landscape from the last couple years. Misleading mobile game ads come in a lot of forms. In its laziest form, it just straight up takes gameplay footage from an entirely different game to pass itself off as something that it's not. Take, for example, the game New Mobile Game, You Can Do Whatever You Want. And yes, that is literally the name of the game. And if that right there doesn't tell you something about the creative bankruptcy of some of these companies, I don't know what does. To me, this one just reeks of them trying to optimize their game's title so they could show up at the top as search results for anyone who went to the App Store and typed new mobile games. I played it, and I gotta say, no, I could not do whatever I wanted, which was play a better game. Anyway, if you pay attention for more than 2 seconds to this game's trailer, you'll probably notice that, despite the fact that it's purporting to be an ad for a mobile game, the gameplay footage has a mouse cursor in it. That's because the footage was taken from a city builder game for the PC called Banished, which, by the way, is an incredibly relaxing way to spend time if you're cooped up indoors and long to answer the call of the wild by creating a colony out in the wilderness. But apparently one of the things that you can do in New Mobile Game, You Can Do Whatever You Want, includes very obviously stealing the footage of one game to promote something completely different. Then there's the browser-based game Dragon Awaken, a title that somehow does the impossible and manages to be even more generic than New Mobile Game, You Can Do Whatever You Want. It's a game that used footage that looked like this to market a game that looked more like this. And this isn't a simple case of a game using a cutscene or cinematic that diverged from the actual gameplay. The footage here isn't part of the game, nor was it created by a marketing team affiliated with Dragon Awaken. It was straight up lifted from the trailer for a completely different product called Project Awakening, which, it should be said, has nothing to do with Dragon Awaken despite the similarity of the titles. So if you saw this ad and thought, man, I would love to play that game instead, take heart, as Psy Games is actually making that game set for release in, TBD. But again, another instance of a mobile game ad outright stealing the footage of another game to market itself. But then we get to the next tier, Galaxy Brain status. Rather than copying someone else's homework, they've taken to creating entirely new ads that don't resemble existing games, including the game that they're advertising. These are your pull the key ads, or steal the loot, or give the suffering people a very obvious solution to their plight ads. And it's nothing like the game that they're tricking you into downloading. And the most ironic part of it is that the game in the ads is so simple to make. Why wouldn't you just make that into the game? Oh wait, someone finally did. It's called Hero Rescue, and it's filled with ads. Well, maybe we shouldn't be giving them too many points for originality, because all the mobile game companies seem to converge onto the same fake game design. A series of compartments separated by barriers, challenging you to unite a person with a pile of gold without getting burned to death by lava along the way. Or the hundreds of variants with things like fish or kitties. And if you're wondering why these mobile game companies all converged onto the same ad concept, well, it can actually be explained via biology. It's just evolution. Convergent evolution, to be more specific. Convergent evolution is how you'll have two animals from completely completely different parts of the animal kingdom who seem to evolve similar characteristics, like how bats, as mammals, split away from birds way back in the family tree before they evolved wings, and yet many generations later, those two different branches both evolved wings that operated in pretty much the exact same way. Now for the comparison, if you have mobile game advertisers all across the web throwing ideas against a wall to see what sticks, eventually they're going to converge on the few ideas that do really work well for engaging users. And if you think that throw ideas against the wall to see what sticks sounds like an ineffective way to do marketing, well, this is not only a common technique in online marketing, it is pretty much the default practice at this point. It's commonly referred to as A/B testing or split testing. The idea is that instead of relying on a designer's intuitions about what would make an engaging ad, you take two very similar ads, maybe with slightly different wording or a slightly different color scheme, and see which is going to be more appealing by running both of them at the same time to see which one gets more clicks. You choose that one, and then you continue to iterate. Back in the day when YouTube had annotations, is anyone old enough to remember that? At this point, we would actually run A/B tests on the channel all the time to see what would get you guys to click more. If you go back to the older videos, I would assume that a lot of those tests are still probably there. That's how we learned that the left side of the screen is stronger than the right side, and that the top of the screen is stronger than the bottom, and that dogs are stronger than cats, and that 2 arrows to the link in the description is the best number of arrows to use. Big stuff, small stuff, all A/B tested as well as we could with what rudimentary tools YouTube gives you. It's fun, it's science, and ultimately small little optimizations like that, when added together, go a long way to help your channel grow. But when you're talking about mobile game companies, it's not just 2 ads. We can be talking on the scale of thousands.
Here we have an American flag, different colors, the blues, different messages above.
So you'd send 2 identical ads with different colors?
Maybe thousands. What it is what can make people react? Remember, there's so much noise on your phone. What is it that makes it go, I'm gonna stop and look?
Now, granted, that 60 Minutes interview was with a political consultant who worked on the 2016 presidential election, where both candidates' campaigns spent a combined $81 million on Facebook ads, which allows them to test a lot more in terms of volume. But the basic principle is the same. Much like evolution isn't a designed process, but rather a series of random mutations gradually stumbling towards what works best, ads can be iterated on in much the same way, only a whole heck of a lot faster, because now you're doing it at the speed and scale of the internet. And let's be clear, this really is about what can make people react. They're trying to engage people, capture your attention, get you to watch long enough so you might just click the button to install their app. And they're not just looking for any player, these companies are looking to hook the whales, the power players that are going to get addicted to the game, the ones that'll spend most money inside of the game.
They're basically using it as targeted advertising for a specific type of player. They are power players. People who spend the most time, spend the most money in in-app purchases. They just throw in whatever they know will appeal to that specific type of player.
And for whatever reason, this kind of animation and gameplay concept is just incredibly sticky for the power players. Creating a 5-second animation that'll play on a Twitter ad is way cheaper than actually creating a full-on game to try and ride the wave of this popular trend. But this can't be legal, right? Advertising a completely different product than the one you're selling. Whatever happened to truth in advertising? I mean, if I'm ever sponsored in any way, I have to declare that up, down, and sideways. And yet these companies are getting away with stealing footage or completely misrepresenting their games? How? Well, if you want to know the answer to that question, just ask the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, who you might also know as the governing body responsible for rules around disclosing sponsorships for influencers. According to the FTC website, quote, when consumers see or hear an advertisement, whether it's on the internet, radio, or television, or anywhere else, federal law says that ad must be truthful, not misleading. Alright, good so far. Now the bad news, or more importantly, the loophole. Enforcing these rules for misleading mobile game ads is probably not very high on their list. Again, from the same FTC info page, quote, the FTC looks especially closely at advertising claims that can affect consumers' health or their pocketbooks. Given that people who download a mobile game based on a misleading ad aren't experiencing negative health outcomes, and in most cases aren't even spending any money to install this free app, the FTC likely has much bigger fish to fry. Say, for instance, products with false claims around preventing disease. A complaint saying, hey, I caught a highly contagious virus because this mask didn't comply with the filtration standards that the advertiser claimed. Probably gonna rank a lot higher than, hey, I spent 5 minutes installing this mobile app and it wasn't like what the ad showed me. When you look at the mobile game apps apps that the FTC has gone after, it usually involves ads that make false claims like, your phone has a virus, tap here to remove it. This was the case for an ad that targeted millions of Android users. The product, as it turned out, was not in fact a virus scanner, but actually a ringtone bundle that billed users for $9.99 a month. And Gesta, the company selling those ringtones, was required to give automatic refunds to people who were lured and generate millions of Android users. The product to remove it wasn't like what the ad showed me. When you look at the mobile game apps that the FTC has gone after, it usually involves ads that make false claims like, your phone has a virus, tap here to remove it. This was the case for an ad that targeted millions of Android users. The product, as it turned out, was not in fact a virus scanner, but actually a ringtone bundle that billed users for $9.99 a month. And Gesta, the company selling those ringtones, was required to give automatic refunds to people who were lured in by the false advertising. Another case where a site or app got sued for fake or misleading advertising, Match.com, who became a target for FTC scrutiny based on the fact that they would have fake profiles on the site that would message users that could only be read if you paid for a subscription. Humanity is just the worst to itself. If you look through the complaints about misleading ads that have led to actual FTC action, they all have one thing in common: the fact that these misleading ads get people to spend money on something that was either a fake product or not what it claimed to be. However, these misleading mobile game ads seem to fall short of that. It's true, mobile games do have in-app purchases, but odds are that by the time you start paying money for imaginary currency in that Match 3 game, you're already past the point of realizing, hey, wait a minute, this isn't the game that I saw in the ads. It's much more difficult for people to claim that when they bought gems or silver in the game after playing it for 30 minutes that they didn't know what they were signing up for. They did, and they spent money anyway. FTC ain't gonna care. If it feels like mobile games are getting away with blatantly false advertising more than any other kind of product on the market, yeah, you're not wrong. It's probably because they operate on a business model that kind of protects them from these sorts of claims. It's hard for people to claim that they were actually being faked out at the time they hit the purchase button. The misleading ad isn't trying to get you to pay money, it's simply trying to get you to install a free app, which will then go on to try and sell you in-game items when you've spent some time in the app to learn what kind of a game it is that you really just downloaded. There's an old saying about how it's not illegal if you don't get caught. And while that is certainly not true, there is a lot of truth to the claim that a crime that doesn't get persecuted might as well not be a crime. After all, if you're blatantly breaking the law and nobody's out there trying to stop or punish you, why would you stop? In short, are these misleading mobile game ads breaking the law is probably the wrong question to be asking. Sure, yes, these ads are misleading and not truthful in the slightest, putting them likely in strong violation to FTC policy. But until the legal action starts, expect to keep seeing these ads every time you open up an ad-supported app. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Also, as a quick addendum here, late in 2020, Homescapes and Gardenscapes, two of the games most synonymous with that pull the key style of advertisement, they got banned in the UK for exactly what we're talking about today, misleading ads. And now the ads have to include disclaimers like not all images represent actual gameplay. So, not a big change, but baby steps, I guess. It's a crazy world out there, friends. Be kind to each other, don't lie, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you all next week.
本期内容将带来新身份，还有身份皮肤、地图返场等重要情报哦。刺客小姐，听说你的时间停止技能很强，莎莎都有点不太敢靠近。
可惜被没有暂停时间，睡懒觉。
你。
多亏了骑士们的协助。生命诚可贵，我的生命更可贵。
官方，你真厉害 ，bug 源源不断的更新，你却没有注意到这些 bug， 这粉嫩嫩的，这也太可爱了。但官方，你赶紧修。
Yo, what's going on guys, it's FPS here. The testing server just came live and they added a brand new ability. Well, in today's video we're going to be checking it out and we're going to be seeing what it's all about. Now if you guys do want to go ahead and get a chance of winning this, I'll give it away to one lucky winner. If you guys get this video to 200 likes, we'll go ahead and give it away to one of you guys. It's pretty much for free and you guys aren't losing out on anything. Also, when you guys are using a creator code with a lesser chance that the ball will target you. Now, I'm not too sure what this is all about, but it's very cheap. For you guys to buy it, it is 1,000 coins and these are the upgrades. Chance to diver increased 30%, chance to diver increased to 50%. The only way we can check this out is if we go online and check it out ourselves. Now obviously this is the first time me using this new ability, so the chances of you guys getting the ball should be lessened by 50% according to the game. So I'm not too sure how true that is or how accurate that is. So if someone passes the ball to me, okay, so as you guys just, yo, what? Okay, wait, that's crazy. Wait a second. Wait, see that? Okay, you know what? This is actually pretty cool. But I don't know how it works if you're fighting another guy. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. The thing is, I don't know how it works if you guys are fighting. Cool. But I don't know how it works if you're fighting another guy. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. The thing is, I don't know how it works if you guys are fighting a 1v1. I don't know that you're fighting. Okay, you know what? This is actually cool. I don't know how it works if you're fighting another guy. Very cool. Second, just wait, see that? Okay, you know what? This is actually pretty cool. I don't know how it works if you're fighting another guy. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. The thing is, I don't know how it works if you guys are fighting a 1v1. I don't know, the server just reset, but as you guys can see, you get a lucky chance of you guys not getting the ball. So there is a good chance that you guys won't get the ball if they pass it to you. So it's like a 50% chance that you guys won't get the ball. It's actually really good. As you guys just saw, the ball didn't come to me. So this is what I'm wondering right now. How does it play out as a 1v1 situation? Wait. Oh, did he just use dribble? Bro, why are you using dribble in the testing server? That's crazy. But yeah, it's a very cheap ability if you guys don't know. So the chances obviously is very high if you guys get it maxed out. I think this ability is actually pretty much worth it if you guys do want to get it. It's a free to play ability, so if you guys do want to, you guys can get it. Let's try, maybe if we stand next to someone like this, as you, oh, okay buddy, why? Just why? Why? Just, okay buddy. Oh my goodness, I literally clicked as soon as that turned red. it. But yeah, it is a massive dead giveaway if you guys are using this ability, just because obviously you get this aura that has luck obviously on it. But yo, this ability is actually pretty good. See that? Sometimes the ball don't come to you. Oh, you see that? Like, bro, imagine you had like 3 people who had this. Like, you guys are parrying. Bro, look at this. This is so cool. What? Oh my goodness. I actually really like this ability. What? You can fluke so many people. That's crazy. Okay, wait. Did that guy get lucky? Oh, see that? Yo, he got double lucky. Did that guy get lucky? Oh, see that? Yo, he got double lucky. Okay, he... Oh, see that? Yo, he got double lucky. Okay, he didn't get lucky that time. Bro, what is this? Man's using like really OP abilities. I'm using like a free-to-play one, bro. But I kid you not, it's probably one of the best free-to-play one. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be a ability that you would go and use in a ranked game mode. So if you guys are ranked players, it isn't suggested that you guys should play this. But if you guys are just playing it as a gimmick thing, it's actually pretty good. Look at that. The ball literally dodged him 2 times. That ball literally dodged him as well. Now, I don't know if it cancels out abilities. Oh my goodness gracious me. I don't know if it cancels out ability. That's something I need to look forward to. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh, I got you, homie. Now, obviously, in standoff, it actually doesn't work. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, it does not work in standoff, so that is something you guys need to keep an eye on. Sadly, it doesn't work on standoff. But bro, I could you not, as a gimmick, and if you guys are just playing this as normal, it's actually a really good ability. But yeah, for a really free-to-play ability, this is something that you guys should try out. I'm actually very excited to test out this new ability in the main game, because everyone's got insane abilities in the testing server, and not a lot of people actually have really cool abilities in the normal server. So hopefully I can test this out and figure out if it's going to work with other abilities. Currently, I don't think it works the way that you guys think it does. So if someone has Singularity, I'm pretty sure it does not work. But yo, this is kind of OP. This is kind of, see that, bro? Half of the time you don't need to do anything. It's like a 50-50% chance that it will go towards you, and sometimes 50% that it will not go towards you. Like that, literally. If someone literally targets you, it could literally just fluke the enemy. Like, if I was beside this guy and this guy passed it to me, it could literally fluke that person. Okay, buddy. Why? Why are you using OP abilities? But yeah, there is a lot of stuff happening in this new update with some free stuff that you guys could go ahead and play, especially the dungeon one and also this ability, which I'm showcasing to you guys, but everyone's just abusing the most OP abilities currently right now, so it's very hard for me to show you guys this ability at its fullest. But overall, it's actually really good. Did you just see that? I literally just blocked it. Like, it's amazing. Like, if you have 3 people using this all at once, you can literally redirect the ball to go the other way, which is crazy.
Thanks to all my knights. 我们一定要把内鬼全都揪出来。
Everyone is ridiculous, but I am callous. Joke's on you! But I am callous. Joke's on you! Is there flame proclaim all?
My will shall be your command. 准备好了吗，小船员？ All you have to do is serve me.
Your eyes can deceive you. Your eyes can deceive you.
Green, orange at saka white nag-medscan. Kaming tatlo magkasama sa medbay simula nung unang game. Simula nung pagka-start ng Wait lang. Ano mo na, red mo na, ano.
天看小鹅，下饭带大哥。今天来一期杀魂觉醒的教程，内鬼全精通，船员要失踪就选大奶腿。不止耶，这里咱们直接选吞噬，主打的就是一个白是一条龙服务派。
这个王国一人。
无论嗨，
我们一定要把那个全都揪出来。我们。
Improved bipedal balance. Is 5 various functions. However, approximately 25 million years ago, when great apes went their separate ways from monkeys, our ancestors opted for tailless evolution. This decision saved energy and calories, allowing for improved bipedal balance. But today, let's ignite our imagination and delve into a hypothetical scenario where humans kept their tails, exploring how this unique feature might have influenced our day-to-day experiences. In this case, the first thing it would have affected is human anatomy. Yes, having a tail could ease back strain by balancing weight and reducing lower back pressure. However, supporting the tail might entail altering the spine, potentially changing its curvature and the position of the pelvis, impacting overall body shape and posture. As we know, tails in animals play a crucial role in maintaining balance and agility. Similarly, if humans had tails, it might enhance balance during activities like running, jumping, or climbing, providing extra support on narrow or uneven surfaces. Plus, tails in animals are like their own emoji language, expressing feelings from excitement to fear. So, if humans had tails, we could join the non-verbal communication party by wagging our tails to express joy or tucking them between our legs for a touch of fear or shyness. Not only that, tails would extend beyond communication. They would also serve as a mode of expression in the world of fashion. Folks could jazz up their tails with all sorts of colors, funky patterns, and cool accessories, showcasing their unique personality and flair. In addition to clothing, accessories such as belts, bags, and backpacks would have looked different to accommodate the tail. Additionally, our furniture would need a makeover, and we would have had chairs with tail-friendly gaps in the back, allowing those tails to swing freely without squashing our tailbones. Even beds would come with tail hooks, turning stomach sleeping into a tail-tastic experience. However, in the tail world, we'd probably witness the most significant changes in our bathrooms and toilets. Absolutely. Toilets would need a makeover, sporting larger seats to fit those tails comfortably. Additionally, bathroom etiquette would need tweaking, as people must learn to position themselves on the toilet to avoid tails hitting the walls or other objects in the bathroom. Also, the tech wizards would get busy creating prosthetic tails for those without or who lost theirs. Furthermore, technology could be developed to enhance the abilities of a natural tail for greater control and accuracy of movement. In a nutshell, having tails in our human toolkit would have shaken up how we talk, express ourselves, and flaunt our physical skills. Yet, let's be real. I bet nobody's losing sleep over not having tails. Can you imagine the wardrobe struggles? Phew! Trivia trivia time! Did you know some modern humans are born with vestigial tails? Yes, but these tails do not serve any functional purpose, and they are almost always surgically removed. Sketching time! Today's sketch of the day goes to Akshat Singh. Hope you enjoyed today's tale. Until next time, it's me, Dr. Binox, zooming out.
We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony. And in this cartoony, we're invading your TV. We're comic dispatchers, we cut them all the censors. On tiny toon adventures, get a dose of comedy. So here's at the acres, it's a whole wide world apart. Our homes, the home extends alone, the cartoon work of art. The scripts were rejected, expect the unexpected. On tiny toon adventures, it's about to start. They're furry, they're funny, they're Baz and Buster Bunny. Montana Max has money, Elmira is a pain. He's hunting and plucky, dizzy devil yucky. Furballs unlucky, and Go-Go is insane. At Hackney University, we earn our toon degree. The teachings have been getting laughs since 1933. We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony. It's Tiny Toon Adventures, come and join the fun. And now our song is done. Good night, Babs. Good night, Babs. We're two tones, we're loony, we're wacky, silly, goony. You can watch our cartoony on your black and white TV. Our comedy's faster, Rick and Ella Baster. Uncolorized adventures, two-tone classic comedy. So here's two-tone down, it's where we live and where we play. We're not in Technicolor, we wear Tron and shades of gray. There's Foxy and Roxley, that's straight out of Biloxi. On two-tone down adventures, it's a two-tone day. There's Bigby and Fluffy. I'm really Hudson Ducky. And don't forget Goofy and those old piano keys. So come join the two-tones and our sporty families. Hilarious adventures, Ebony and Ivory. We're two tones, we're loony, we're wacky, silly, goony. And do you like our ears and butts better up or down? Let's go to Two-Tone Town.
一定要把内鬼全都揪出来！我们一定要把内鬼全都揪出来！
We're
我们抵达目的地。
We're two tones, we're loony, we're wacky, silly, goony. You can watch on the Looney on your black and white TV. Our comedy's faster, rich and alabaster. Uncolorized adventures, two-tone classic comedy. So here's two-tone down, it's where we live and where we play. We're not in Technicolor, we wear drawn and shades of gray. There's Foxy and Roxy, that's straight out of Biloxi. On two-tone down adventures, it's a two-tone day. There's Piggy and Fluffy.
I'm really Hudson Ducky.
And don't forget Goofy and those old piano keys.
So come join the two tones and our swarthy families.
Hilarious adventures at Bundy and Ivory. The two tones, we're loony, we're wacky, silly, goony. And do you like our ears and butts better up or down?
Let's go to Two Tone Town.
Good night, Babs. Good night, Babs. We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony, and very, very soony, Christmas will be here. We're comic dispensers, we crack up all the censors. There's tiny cool adventures with some special Yuletide cheer. So here's at the acres, it's a wonderland of snow. Sleigh bells ring, toasters sing beneath the mistletoe. Our riders are gifted, the story has been lifted. On Tiny Toon Adventures, let's start the show. They're worried and funny, they're Bess and Buster Bunny. Montana Max has money, Elmira is a pain. Here's Hampton and Plucky, Dizzy Devil's yucky. Furball's unlucky, and Go-Go is insane. And at the university, we trim the Christmas tree. Deck the halls and guess what falls and angle naturally. We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony. On Tiny Toon Adventures, it's our Christmas show. To Grandma's house we go. I'm tiny, I'm toony, I'm just a little loony. And every afternoony I'm invading your TV.
I'm Babsy.
I'm Plucky.
I work with him, I'm lucky.
For Tiny Toons I won the best performance by a duck and me. Oh, I'm Plucky Duck and I'm a zany megastar. There's lots of other Tiny Toons, but who cares who they are? He's Plucky the Mallard, he's funnier than Kay Ballard. It's Tiny Toon Adventures, come and join the fun. And now my song is done. Season's greetings! We almost went loony from counting days till Junie. Now this afternoony, summertime is here.
A 3-month vacation for kids across the nation.
Whatever your location, it's the best time of the year. Visit Acme Acres for a cool time in the sun. Beat the heat, it's a treat, laughs for everyone. We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony. It's Tiny Toon Adventures with some summer fun. Now the video's begun. We're confessing that school is back in session. I sure learned my lesson.
I actually had fun.
I'm filled with elation. nation. I'm back from that vacation.
For my next incarnation, I'm coming as a nun.
Welcome back to Acme World for our new school year.
Yikes, a test. I need rest.
I'm living in fear.
Johnny Q was a pity. At least I got my kitty.
No more drink, I now look great.
We've been outdone.
Tunnels and carvings. Boy, that trip was sure lame. Here's our pal. What's his name? Someone call a cop.
You viewers are lucky.
Where the heck is Plucky?
When weather gets mucky, you can take it from the top. When September rolls around, you hear the school bell sound. Never mind, punch rewind, it's summertime again. We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony. It's Tiny Toon Adventures, and I am that champ.
And now you are just stamp.
I just can't help myself.
We're tiny, we're toony.
Spring fever's got us loony, and we'll burst like a balloonie. Without a break from school, so now we're requesting an end to all this testing. We're ready for some resting beside a swimming pool.
Spring break!
We're going to Fort Lauderdale, we're headed to the sun. We'll meet some guys Olympic size, we'll comment on the fun.
It's gonna be a riot.
I'm going on a diet. It's Tiny Toon Adventures in the southern sun. We're furry.
We're funny.
I want the Easter Bunny.
This duck will make some money with a gizmo of his own.
We'll wear the latest fashion.
We're throwing all our cash in. Spring cleaning is my passion, so I'll be staying home.
Winter is over and we've had all we can take. Soon we'll be down by the sea enjoying our spring break. Our parents consented, the charter bus is rented. So grab your stuff and board the bus, we're on our way
To our spring break getaway.
Spring break has ended. Cute boys were befriended.
We had fun like we intended.
And now we're out of here. I got my bunny.
I'm crazy about my honey. Things sure turned out funny, but we've always got next year.
Home from Fort Lauderdale, we're sorry, but it's true. We had our fun, but now it's done. It's back to Acme Lou.
We're tiny, we're toony.
We're all a little loony. Spring break was great, now class awaits. It's all too soon.
But just 3 more months till June. We're tiny, we're toony.
We're all a little loony, and under a full moony, we're something to be seen.
Things could get hairy and just a little scary.
So we're saying to be wary on this Halloween. All ghostly goblins are coming out at night. They'll bless their jaws and show their claws, filling us with fright.
The monsters will find you.
You better look behind you. It's Tiny Toon Adventures, and it's quite a sight.
The holiday started.
To bless that dear departed, and now for the faint-hearted, we're telling scary tales.
Costumes are ready. I'm dressing up as Freddy. I'll be J. Paul Getty.
We'll wear our outfits and knock on neighbors' doors.
We'll trick or treat and then we'll eat.
Candies by the score. We're fearful, we're frightening. Watch out for that lightning. It's Tiny Toon Adventures and it's Halloween. Now let the show begin.
How long till Mother's Day?
With comic dispensers, we cut them all the censors. On Tiny Toon Adventures, get a dose of comedy. So here's Acme Acres, it's a whole wide world apart. Our home sweet home extends alone, the cartoon work of art.
Let's rip where rejected. Expect the unexpected.
On Tiny Toon Adventures, it's about to start.
They're furry, they're funny.
They're Bassett, Buster, Bunny. Montana Max has money. Elmira is a pain.
He's hunting and lucky.
Dizzy Devil, yucky. Furballs and baby. On cartoon work of art.
Let's rip where rejected. Expect the unexpected.
On Tiny Toon Adventures, it's about to start.
They're furry, they're funny.
They're Bassett, Buster, Bunny. Montana Max has money. Elmira is a pain.
He's hunting and lucky.
Dizzy Devil, yucky. Furballs and baby. And Go-Go is insane. At Acme University, we earn our Toon degree. The teachings have been getting laughs since 1933. We're tiny, we're toony, we're
and are drained into the tiny openings in the eyelids called the puncta. Crying is a big part of expressing human emotions. We cry when we are sad, happy, and for various other reasons. But do you know there are different types of tears? Yes, there are basically 3 types of tears: basal, reflex, and psycho-emotional tears. Let's start with the one your eyes constantly produce, that is, the basal tear. The basal tear helps to keep your cornea, the transparent front of your eye, nourished and lubricated, so your eyes don't dry out. Normally, you really don't notice the basal tear doing its thing, but they are on duty all the time. Next comes the reflex tears that are designed to wash away harmful particles and substances and are released in much larger quantity. It is the reflex tear you shed while your mom cuts the onion. Last comes the emotional tears that are released in moments of intense feeling like joy, sorrow, and when you get hurt while playing, to stabilize your mood, as they contain stress hormones and natural painkiller that helps you to feel better. Trivia time! Did you know, unlike adults, babies use crying more than just a means of emotional expression, but as a way of communication with grown-ups? After all, they are relatively limited.
No.
has returned. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
准备好了吗，小船员？我在这儿。